Le kell menni a térképre, ezt hogy csinálta? Jó, hogy amúgy idehozott a küldetés. Ügyesek vagytok mi mindig.
Sure hope your day's going as well as mine is.
Egy csodálatos landolásnak lehetünk szemtanú. Gyere már, hogy beszéljek veled.
It's lovely here, isn't it? I've been from one end of the settled systems to the other. But this place, this exact spot, there's nowhere else like it in the galaxy. I knew you'd appreciate it. I usually come up here to mull over some of the heated debates we have at Constellation. You'd be surprised how many decisions I've made on this very spot. That's actually why I asked you to meet me up here. I was hoping we could talk about something very important. Good, because I have a lot to say. It's about my return to Cassiopeia. What we learned about Sona has been constantly replaying in my mind. Maybe it sounds crazy, but that young girl's isolation feels like a reflection of my own life. Maybe. But for how long? I've spent my life surrounded by all sorts of people. Constellation, the Navigator Corps. Hell, even the UC military. Despite that, no matter how hard I've tried to make them a part of my life, they tend to drift away and disappear. Are you sure? For all we know, it's in my nature to keep people at arm's length. Or worse, push them away. Right now? Are you talking about Constellation? Or what exactly are you saying?
Majd a következő univerzumban.
Sorry, I just need a moment to gather my thoughts. I know you want to have a serious relationship. You want to become close. So, if you're willing to take that leap of faith with someone like me, then I'm ready to do the same. You're something truly special. You know that? You've helped me conquer my self-doubt, my confidence, hell, everything. For the first time in my life, I feel complete. And with you by my side, I'm convinced that feeling will last forever. You're the best thing that's happened to me in my life. I love you. Always.
Az always mindig csak ront rajta. Megmondta Leonard is.
I received a message from my mother a few days ago. She's returned from another one of her sightseeing cruises. Oh, that's right. I haven't really spoken about her to you, have I? My mother lives in a fairly remote location, so we rarely speak. Tends to keep her out of my mind. Sure, when you're younger. But as soon as you get older and they begin controlling your life, that's when you need to strike out on your own. Oh, I'm certain they felt they were doing the right thing. You see, both of my parents were diplomats working under the flag of the UC Administrative Division. After I completed my basic education, they signed me up for a one-year apprenticeship in their department, without bothering to ask. Wanted isn't the right word. Demanded would be more appropriate. For my apprenticeship, I was sent to Sidonia. My job consisted of drafting political policies and arbitrating trade disputes. The silver lining of the job was that it allowed me to spend time exploring every square inch of Mars. I was swallowed by it. Months before the apprenticeship ended, I dumped my diplomatic certification and joined the UC Navy. Of course, my parents didn't approve. We had a huge argument that resulted in all ties being severed between us. Well, that wasn't the worst of it. You see, my father was killed during the opening shots of the Colony War. I returned to Jemison for the funeral and reunited with my mother. After that, we vowed to stay in touch. Aren't you sweet? Always concerned with how I'm feeling. That's why I fell in love with you. Your smile, your caring. It brightens even my darkest days. Listen, I'm going to be completely upfront with you. All this talk of family, it makes me wonder where our own relationship stands.
Always. Yeah.
You mean that? You'd do that? For me? I've been dreaming about this moment and still... I don't know what to say. Then you know my answer is yes. 1,000 times repeated. Yes. I just need a little time to think about the ceremony. I have some thoughts about how we should move forward. You know, I used to dream about finding the love of my life. And here you are. All I ever needed was you, right here beside me.
Ez meg ide jött kihallgatni. Nem szégyelled magad. Over of Beyond. Nézzük meg azt a történetet. Ez az, ami bugos, remek. Az Epsilon Eridani.
I picked up something you might be interested in.
Kettő bolygón voltam még csak. Hát ez... felháborító. El kellett volna adni előbb a cuccokat, most jut eszembe. Hát akkor nincs más hátra, mint előre, nem? Most már igazi serpa lett. Nagyon fényes ott ez a történet. Hát ez előbb még pittyegett, most már nem pittyeg. Ide látom, hogy ott van a templom, vagy mi az. Milyen jó, hogy csak itt terem az uránium.
Not exactly the surface of Mercury, but this certainly is hot. Itt még 476 fok van. Igen. P. Temple P. I wonder how long ago this place was built.
Egy gyors mentés azért kell. Alien Reanimation. Ja. Mi ez az Alien Reanimation? What? Hát nekem akkor is ez a legjobb. Majd ha lesz olyan, hogy villámot szórok a kezemből, az lesz az igazi.
I have something for you when you have a moment.
Paradiso.
I have things for you.
Ja, nincs annyi pénze Csórinak.
I hope your stay is a pleasant one.
Hey, what can I do for you? I'm sure you can find something you like.
Nimitz. Ez nem mint az első hajó, csak egy kicsit fel van pimpelve. Még kicsit nagyobb rakettja van alatta. $365,000. Hát nem is kellene hozzá sok.
Your safety is our #1 priority.
Hope you're staying safe out there.
Welcome to Paradiso. Jiro Sugiyama at your service. Do you have a security concern, or is there something else I can help you with?
Ah, yes, of course. I'm glad you came. As you can imagine, we're in a bit of a predicament. Under normal circumstances, we would not enlist outside help in this manner. But this is a matter we can't afford to worry our guests about. As such, we need to handle this discreetly. Failure on your part to do so could have severe consequences. So, before we proceed, can you swear not to discuss this with anyone else unless explicitly directed to do so?
Teljes
Great.
mértékben.
I appreciate it. Not too long ago, a strange and enormous ship appeared in Parima space. It is now locked in orbit around our planet. So far, it doesn't seem to be hostile, but any attempts to communicate with it have been in vain, so we're unsure of the ship's intentions. It is. Whatever's going on, we need to approach this with care. First, see if you have more luck communicating with them. If not, you may have to try boarding. Whatever you do, it's important to remember to seek diplomacy with who or whatever's on board. As soon as you have any more information, report to Oliver Campbell. He's the CEO of Paradiso. All formal decisions will need to go through him, and he'll have your pay. Good luck.
Ez a bot, ez minek van ide téve?
So, where to next? picked up something you might be interested in.
Lehet, hogy én ezt scope nem kellett volna.
Remain calm. There's no reason to... You're... human. It's just that we weren't expecting to find life, let alone human life out here. We thought we were the only ones to leave Earth.
Imagine being cut off from humankind for that long. How terribly frightening that would be.
Perhaps we should greet our guests.
Of course. Manners. I'm Captain Diana Brackenridge. This is Security Officer Bomani Reader. And this is Dr. Mabuti da Costa, one of our elders.
A pleasure to meet you.
I see. As you may have presumed, we're in a bit of a bind. Our ship has finally completed its near 200-year journey from Earth, only to find our new home seemingly colonized by... well, we don't know. Communications haven't been successful, so your arrival is fortuitous. Perhaps you'd be willing to act as a middle person between ourselves and... the others. Ah, your question confirms one of our recent theories. It would seem that some form of faster-than-light travel or space-bending technology was invented during our long journey. That would explain why we would find people this far out into space. I guess technology leapfrogged us at some point. Interesting. I can only imagine that our predecessors didn't believe the technology would ever work, and so they made the decision to leave when they did. Oh yes, of course. Where are my manners? Now then, please follow me. There's much to discuss first. We'll speak more on the matter once we reach the bridge. Dr. da Costa, you may return to your quarters if you wish.
Thank you, Captain.
I will follow you to the bridge, ma'am, for security purposes.
I do not believe we have need to fear our guest, but I'll allow it if you insist. Welcome to the Earth colony ship Constant. In the early 2100s, my ancestor, Rupert Brackenridge, researched a number of scientific scenarios: climate change, asteroid impact, nuclear war, global pandemic, and more. Each scenario showed the likelihood of an extinction-level event to be within 50 years. He fully believed Earth was destined to be rendered uninhabitable. We've always assumed that's what happened. So, he gathered the best and brightest he could find, built the Constant, and set a course for this planet here. We were told that it was the largest, most advanced ship ever constructed on Earth at the time. If you can believe, entire generations have been born, lived, and died on this ship. It really goes to show that there are no limits to human ingenuity and perseverance.
The Constant is a peaceful ship. Don't change that. Just because our equipment's old, doesn't mean it won't
I have to say, with technology this outdated, I'm amazed this vessel is able to navigate at all. It's almost like walking through a museum.
No matter the outcome, I won't let my crew down. Well, as I mentioned, we've been unsuccessful in communications with anyone up until you arrived, though not for lack of trying. But since you're asking, maybe you'd be willing to be a sort of diplomat between us and them as we attempt to resolve our situation. Does that sound agreeable to you? Ah, so they have a name. Paradiso. And it sounds promising that they sent you here to speak with us. You see, we intended to settle here, but we assumed that they intend to defend their claim given their presence here. We'd like you to go speak to them on our behalf and help us negotiate a solution, preferably one that favors us. Excellent. Make no mistake, this is our planet, and we intend for them to see this our way. So, speak with their leadership and see if you can negotiate a solution on our behalf. Preferably, get them to see things our way. Report back to me and let me know what they say, and we'll go from there. Now, it makes little sense to give up before you try. Thank you, and good luck.
Never seen a ship like yours before. Then again, I haven't seen any ship.
Menjünk vissza a bolygóra, fogadjunk.
We were never trained to address threats coming from outsiders.
Head to my crew position.
What did you need?
I have things for you.
If my shift goes long again, my girl is gonna kill me. Not sure if those Varun zealots live in space.
If this shift doesn't end soon, my man is not gonna be happy.
Yes, what?
Howdy.
Most nem remény, fogadjunk.
Okay. Hello.
Thank you, when you have a moment.
Excuse me, you can't just waltz in there. Do you have an appointment? Oh, you're the one they're waiting for then. Do you need anything else from me before you meet with the board? Sure. Have fun in the shark tank. And don't worry, even they call it that.
Enjoy your stay, knowing you're in our capable
just
hands.
feel that we should be focusing on the natural beauty of this planet, not our amenities.
There are millions of planets out there. People can go to any one of them. The resort facilities are precisely what we bring to the table. Heck,
Come on,
it's the
mate.
only thing we've really
Loads
got
more
to
interesting
offer.
things to do outside. No need to mill about in here.
I am. And you must be the diplomat Jiro told me about. Welcome.
Én pont ez vagyok,
Normally I'd offer you
diplomata.
an all-inclusive stay at our resort before we spoke. But given the circumstances, I'm going to cut to the chase. We've got our friends, the aliens, up there, causing all sorts of problems for our resort. You like that? The marketing team came up with it. The thought is, if we can't get rid of them, it might actually attract more tourism. Come see the aliens!
Ezek emberek tegyek ilyen.
Ah, we're being direct then. Good on you. So, what do you know about this dodgy ship I'm hearing all about? Well, that's something. Shame we can't just tell them kindly to bugger off. Something tells me that's not going to work. Now, tell me, what are we going to do about it? Give me some proposals, people. I need something to work with here.
We could offer to resettle them here. There's more than enough space.
They could stay here, temporarily, but it'll cost them. Quite a bit, too. They'd need to work off all their debts before being allowed to leave.
Maybe not. What if we help them get out of here? Outfit their ship with a grav drive so they can find a new home. We could even lend our engineers to help and give their captain an updated star map. What do you think?
Sounds costly. We can't absorb that cost, and it's unlikely they even have compatible currency, let alone enough for the transaction.
Így van, el kell paterolni
Someone
őket.
else would have to foot the bill.
Oh, I swear this would be a lot easier if they ceased to exist entirely. Anyway, Seema's got the right idea. Either works for me. Just tell me what you want to do.
Na én biztos nem veszek nekik meghajtót, hülye vagy?
Oh, I didn't say that specifically. This would be a mutual contract for room and board in exchange for services rendered. Of course, there's no telling how long this arrangement will last, given the substantial costs we'd need to take on in order to accommodate them here, including their continued room and board. But this may save the resort on operating costs in the long term, as we'd be able to let go of some of our current paid staff. And which proposal will you be taking to the good captain? I assume there's a captain? Right. Assuming they agree to the terms, I've got a list of resources you'll need to gather and bring back so we can support the new arrivals. We'll need to improve our lodging and infrastructure, plus account for future projects to support an increased population. Don't care how you procure them, just make sure to bring them here with you before we can consider this a done deal.
Oh, how can we treat these people this way? They survived in space this long, only to end up as indentured servants. Oh, it's terrible.
Right. On behalf of the Paradiso Group, we appreciate your help.
I don't want to risk us coming off as just another artificial, shady, trash-filled dump like Leon. That's not who we are.
Gyűjjék még menjek állandóan.
I have something for you when you have a moment. Picked up something you might be interested in.
Just stay out of trouble.
Igen, valahol rájöttem, hogy nem jó felmegyek.
We've got strict rules around here. They're strict for a reason.
Now that we know what's out there, things are gonna be more interesting. Never seen a ship like yours before. Then again, I haven't seen any ship.
We've got strict rules around here, but they're strict for a reason.
Now that you're here, I can finally give my crew a chance at a new life. What's the good word? That doesn't sound so bad. My crew will need to get used to working for a living anyway. This seems agreeable. Is that all? If we had more to spare, we'd assist you with that. I promise you that we appreciate your efforts and will find some way to repay your kindness. Thank you.
Micsoda, azt így ütlegesek nekik ilyeneket? Bolondok vagytok?
Safe travels to you.
Lítium, vas, valami fiber. Fiber power internet. Hát, most ezt legyen no thanks. Ezt a paládiumot kéne leszállítani, mert ez már itt ül rajta mióta. Valahol van, de hogy hol, fogalmam nincs. Vladimir. $310 paládium. Baj. Ki kell menni a hajóból, mi? Hoppá. Ez a jó.
Careful waving that fancy gun around. You don't need to see what it can do.
Just because our equipment's old doesn't mean it won't work to take down troublemakers.
Just stay out of trouble.
Be vagyok dokkolva, azért nem tudtam gyorsítani.
Just isn't the same as the real thing.
Scan for contraband. And complete. Enjoy your stay in New Atlantis.
Never regretted coming out of retirement. Constellation's got the rate of the righteous. Keeps me young. Still need to lift another set today. Been dragging. Shoulder stiff. Usually doesn't. I'm overdrawn from Lady Luck 3 times over. It's a long tale to tip your ear on. But if you ever wanted to visit, I have a house out there in the Starfield. Thought I was going to see life's eclipse from there, but Constellation swept me away. Haven't been there since we started on the Eye. If you do go there, turn the lights off when you leave, okay? Spend so much time looking at the scans, I can see star systems orbiting in my head. Forgot to check the math on a few equations. Found one. Easy as a needle in the stack. Hope those powers you're getting to overinflate you. Got enough egos in Constellation.
Házzába kell menni izének, a Vladimirnek. Most tudom, minek menjek. Írma. 55-ös aszta. Széttépított a kalózok.
My dear darling, in New Atlantis, as I
What?
wander the blackness of the deep abyss. My ship is in tatters, all dented and worn, but I trust my old engine to get back by morn. Way oh, out in the blackness, way oh, out in the void. Way oh, get me back to my true love. Quick as an old asteroid. Always happy to meet a stranger. Hope my singing was to your liking. Ah, and now you've made mine. Afraid my ship's got the next jump plotted in, so I'm away. Fair travels.
Jó. Igen, már izéből kicsit lejjebb kéne kapni. Elég ez így is. Platinum, lítium. Az igen. Red Villa. Vladimired. Egy kicsit rászálltam a növényzetre. Nem nagyon, csak egy kicsit. Mondjuk nem is látom a fától az erdőt. Még el sem tudom tenni azokat, de el tudom tenni.